man, coldest thing in the world. Here's something funny for you. If you're a police officer, you typically get paid to rat. I mean, hey, you get paid to tell on somebody that's doing wrong. That's your job. That is your job, officially. That is basically your job. To tell on them, catch them, and take them to jail. Then tell on them again. Then write their report to tell on them again. That's your job. Ain't nothing wrong with that. You'll get an excuse for that. You're excused for that. That don't make you not real. Don't make you fake. Don't make you none of that. But what I don't understand is, this is your job to tell on people that's doing wrong. So my question is, why when your colleagues and your co-workers do something wrong, y'all don't rat on them? And that's a part of your job, ratting. Like, for real, y'all supposed to be the biggest tattletales in the world. Like, that's your job. Like, do your job. Stop letting your colleagues kill people inhumanely. Stop allowing your friends and your colleagues to do people wrong, beat people, and all this other stuff, man. That's your job. Say, man, I vote today. If you work in law enforcement and you not snitching on your colleague, your partner, your friend, you are not an official cop. For real. If your partner shoots somebody that's in a house that they can't see, that ain't pulled no gun on them, you should rat on them. Literally. You're not doing your job. You are not a real officer. You're just like everybody else in the streets. And here's the messed up thing. If everybody in the streets telling on each other, I mean, come on, guys, get with the times. Like, for real. That's all I'm saying. Get with the times. You know what I'm saying? Tell on somebody. You know what I'm saying? If it's the chief, tell on somebody. You know what I'm saying? Make yourself famous. Make yourself famous, man. Tell on somebody. That's all I'm saying. Tell on your colleague if they're doing wrong,
Sorry,
man.
I don't understand.
You know right from wrong. And you know that your job is to tell when somebody is doing something wrong. So, if you have somebody handcuffed and you slam somebody up against the car door and they haven't done you nothing, that's wrong. And here's the thing. Your job is basically to turn the other cheek. That's what you signed up for. To uphold righteousness. But see, here's the thing. Y'all not playing officer. Y'all playing gangsters. Not ratting on each other. Upholding when the other one does wrong. Doing all kind of under the table ass shit. And here's the funny thing about it. I don't care what you do, what you say. Every man is without sin. And when I say man, I mean man and woman is without sin. Without reasonable doubt. It's something in the world that you do wrong. So here's the thing. When you catch somebody doing something wrong, have a common courtesy for them and have some respect for them when you handle them. Because guess what? You wouldn't want nobody to do you like that if you got caught doing wrong. I mean, you do wrong, it's a consequence for it. Everywhere you go in life. But I'm saying, that's not for you or us or anybody to judge. It's for a group of 12 or 6 or a judge. And the judges have to feel the same way too, man. It's just being moral. Nobody has any morals or values anymore. People just want power. Everybody is just power crazed, and everybody hates everybody. You know what's the funny thing about it? If you're a police officer, 90 times out of 10, you're an average guy, just like anybody else in the employment field. You're employed. You're not no boss. You ain't no gangster. You ain't no monster. You ain't none of this. Why do y'all always want to portray to be that, man? It's just like the craziest damn thing in the world. And if you would leave that mentality alone, a lot of things in the world would not be happening. And here's something else that's extremely messed up. We are so busy hating each other for no damn reason, because of our skin color. For no damn reason. And guess what? The United States is still enslaving us all. We all still paying taxes when we don't want to. We all still worrying about how we gonna feed our kids tomorrow and today. We all still doing this. And yet, the only fucking problems we can think about or focus on is he's black, he's white, he's Latino, he's Vietnamese. These people do these type of crimes. These people do that type of crimes. Hey, man, everybody does something wrong at the end of the day. Say, man, we all need to really, come together at some point in time and just say, hey, man, look, a human just like us. I don't know what type of cards they were dealt, you know? For real. See, here's something else funny. If they really wanted to stop crime, everybody that was doing something, they'd send them to the military somewhere and allow them to make something out of themselves instead of incarcerating them or doing whatever it was like they used to do back in the days. But see, here's the thing. It's no money in sending them out to the military because they got all these poor people and they send them out into the military when they could be giving all the poor people that just want to pay their way through college, they could be giving them grants and making college like the military. And sending people who are being convicted, send them to the army. Let them risk their life. Let them fight for the country and give back. I don't get it. But don't nobody want to do that. Because guess what? People are still being enslaved. Still being enslaved today. And if we don't wake up and come to an agreement on one accord and know that, hey, it doesn't matter what your culture is. What your culture is. You're still a slave at the end of the day. You still got to pay taxes. Somebody pimping you. And look, man, I've said this 50 million times. It's like we as people have so much hatred for one another, and we're missing a real big picture. We're fighting each other, and the biggest problem is we're all equal. And it's made a reality every time that we're all equal at the end of the day. So why keep doing this to each other? Before I go, here's a trick question for you. Let me show you how we're all slaves. And this is for the black culture. as well. If you look at an application, on that application, every application, most of them anyway, to my knowledge, there's this little box that says race. When is that going to change? We are all one race, the human race. We have different cultures, different ethnicities, different backgrounds. That's why we're different. We're all one race, the human race. But we allow that one situation to show that it's still alive. We still have many, many problems that we are not dealing with and that we are not talking about. And here's the thing. We all a fool because we're fighting against one another. And the real thing at the end of the day, it's about rich and poor. But you know, my mama used to always tell me as a child, boy, you get stoned for hipping a lane. For those of you who can't comprehend that, back in biblical times, they used to stone people to death. I'm not trying to get stoned, man. You know, a lame can't walk, can't talk. This message is for whoever's not a lame, whoever can eat this meal and nourish their spirit and their soul and their mind. Take it for what it's worth, man. Hope y'all have a blessed day.